It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome to 2K Sports, everybody. Thanks for joining us. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith. And the pregame warm-ups are wrapping up out in Houston, where it'll be the Rockets going up against the Brooklyn Nets. Looking at the Nets, from their first 7 games, they've come away with just 1 win. Whatever optimism they brought with them into the season has faded significantly. And you look at the way this Brooklyn team is put together. A lot of different skills and talents. What approach do they need to take, Shaq, to maximize their effectiveness?
Well, it seems that a slow pace with smart possession is the best for this roster. You know, they have to model after what Holland's accomplished in Memphis. You know, they're not a fast break team. Slow it down. Take care of every possession. Do what you got to do.
Well, they do have some good size and some veteran players who can thrive in a slow-down game, but this is going to be a difficult task for Highlands to get them to elitism in the East.
Looks from our vantage point like these teams are ready to tip off. Let's get it down to Kevin Harlan and the crew.
Welcome, basketball fans, to a very special Veterans Day edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Home court advantage goes to the Rockets playing here in Houston. They are one of the few undefeated teams at this point of the new NBA season with a 7-0 record. Tremendous play.
Kevin, this is really a great team. I mean, I wouldn't put it past them to continue to play at this very high level. I mean, that's the makeup of this squad. Good character, tremendous talent, well coached. I mean, they very well could continue to play good basketball.
And no reason to think they won't. You summed it up very well there. From top to bottom, it's a terrific squad. I don't expect them to run into a whole lot of speed bumps.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So for Brooklyn now, they got Johnson. Young is out there with Brook Lopez. Then it's Jarrett Jack, and it's Bogdanovich in at the 2. When you think of James Harden, you don't think much about his athleticism. His strength, though, is exceptional for his position.
Yeah, I think that's his greatest attribute. His ball handling's good, but it's his strength. He's able to run through contact.
And Harden able to get wherever he wants on the court. I mean, he can muscle you, but he's also got that Euro step and all those moves that just leave you in a dizzy.
Now here is Jack. He's coming off a 10-point game against Milwaukee.
And what I enjoyed when watching that game was the way he balanced getting his shot and also incorporating his teammates.
Ariza with the bucket.
You know, and Harden, you think about how elusive he is, but at the same time, he's a guy that seeks contact. I mean, he'll entice a defender to try and reach in, and a master salesman when it comes to getting those refs to blow the whistle.
Here's Jack following the score by Trevor Ariza. 6 on the shot clock, and the shot is good. Young's got his first basket of the night, and we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Lawson against Jack. Here's Howard, and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. That's on Brook Lopez.
For Dwight Howard, guys, there were 2 or 3 seasons in Orlando and L.A. that seemed like one big soap opera. So now, to me, it seems like he's happy and settled, though, here in Houston.
And it seems, Greg, that, you know, as he was just talking moments ago about Howard finding his niche in Houston, it seems he's more comfortable. Certainly a great legacy of terrific big men for the Rockets. Clark, you know that firsthand. They've had some terrific names over the years.
How about Yao Ming, Kevin, Moses Malone, Elvin Hayes, Hakeem Olajuwon. No greater roster of big men than that one there.
And guys, Dwight Howard's an interesting guy, one of the most physically imposing players in our league, and yet he's known for his lighthearted, almost playful nature. Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Lawson dishes to Howard, and taken away by Johnson. Here's Bogdanovich. Kicks to Young. Doubled by Howard. Johnson outside. A 3. And he gets it to go. And for Howard, his parents raised him to keep a smile on his face and stay upbeat, remain positive. He's done all those things and still competed in the rough and tumble world of pro basketball.
Yeah, and yet some of his peers and contemporaries have gone at him. Durant, for instance, Kobe Bryant called him soft. Byron Scott questioned his desire. Guys go about their work in different manners.
Here's Jack following the basket by Moniunas. Left side, Jack. Pass to Lopez. And stolen by Howard. And here comes Harden, leading the fast break. Ariza with the bucket.
4 straight makes out of the gate. That's a sweet start.
The Brooklyn Nets come into this one following a loss to the Bucks in Milwaukee.
The inability to make threes in that game, because they took a lot of them, I think, is why they ended up on the short end of the stick.
Yeah, they did take a bunch of them. Sometimes you can make up for poor three-point shooting with a strong inside game, but their inside game just wasn't strong enough.
Now Howard, after the missed 3 from Joe Johnson. Well, for James Harden, with his incredible regular season last year, Clark, you knew he was in for a great postseason as well.
And it was a bit of a roller coaster for him in the playoff run. I mean, he could vanish one game, but then explode for 40 in the next.
And that one misses. And he's good on the second. Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Jack with it. Lopez, a screen on Lawson. And Jack, here we go. And it's good off the glass.
And with Harden in the playoffs, it was an all-or-nothing situation at times. He definitely stole some games for Houston in their run to the conference finals. But, man, did he have a rough one when they were eliminated by the Warriors.
Here's Moniunas after Jarrett Jack's score. Moniunas' shot is good. Moniunas has got his second basket of the game.
5 buckets without a miss. That's a fantastic start. And, you know, that tough game for Harden in the conference finals, 12 turnovers for him, set an NBA record for most turnovers in a playoff game. Not how he wanted to go out, but he showed he can carry a team for stretches during the playoffs.
Just 5 to shoot. Young's shot is off. Rockets leading by 4. Here's Ariza. Ejected by Young. Jack against Lawson. And Jack kicks to Johnson. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Houston?
You know what, guys? It looks to me like they're really in sync here, all on the same page. They've already got a bunch of assists.
And also, it's been a positive to watch that they've attacked the paint offensively as well. It's really been about the balance that they've shown.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
And the call will be against Thaddeus Young. That's his first foul.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Now here's Harden. 23 points for him the last game against the Clippers. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the layup. Harden's got 5.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Jack up on top. Lawson defending. And the whistle blows as the basket counts and a 3-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up.
And guys, looking at Jarrett Jack, one word comes to mind: professional. I mean, he's as solid as they come. Tough, capable, experienced, and he proved it all again last season.
Passes it to Lopez. Screen by Young. Lopez passes to Johnson. He nails it, and we're tied up. Johnson's got his second basket of the night.
And both teams on fire from the opening tip.
Well, I don't doubt it, Greg. We're going to have an entertaining game of basketball here today. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that's the case. Flush that thing down, young fella.
That is a fierce two-hander.
Maximum force on that dunk.
Lopez a screen. And Jack, here we go. He feeds it to Young. The rebound by Harden. For the Houston Rockets, they come in off a good outing against the Clippers in Los Angeles.
And if you look at the numbers, guys, I mean, what jumps out at you is the balance they had offensively.
Very satisfying road win because you're right. There was tremendous balance displayed. I mean, the crowd was basically stunned at how they were able to dismantle that defense.
Juan dishes to Ariza. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. Rockets have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4.
And one of the weaker areas for this group, only shot about 71% from the line a season ago.
And I know the free throw shooting is an area they focused on improving coming into this season.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Thomas Robinson, he's checked in for Young. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Johnson. Donald Sloan's checked in for Bogdanovich. And Shane Larkin subbed in for Jarrett Jack. Houston making a switch here. Decker's checked in. Now here's Brewer. Beverly up top. Feeds it to Brewer. It's deflected. Stolen by Robinson. And Sloan kicks to Lopez. That is good. Lopez has got his first points in this one.
You know, as soon as he recognized the height mismatch, he immediately pulled up for the jumper.
And, Greg, that's just good basketball. Come on, good basketball there. Clean look from that range. He's got to take it.
Just the height separation on that mid-range jumper. Excellent job of taking advantage.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. Back to Robinson. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Larkin can't get it to go.
You know what? You just cannot get much better of a look than that one.
Exactly. I mean, no way you expect him to miss that shot.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
And Brooklyn has possession. The Rockets making the shot. Out to the wing. Hollis Jefferson passes to Sloan. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Sloan's got his first basket of the night. Rockets leading by 3. The dish to Jones. Lopez with the steal. Here's Sloan. Lopez a screen. Hollis Jefferson passes to Robinson. Shot clock at 5. The pass to Sloan. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Capella.
And last season, the Nets made sure nobody went off against them. They would lose games, but they did a great job of limiting an opposing star from taking over.
And the basket by Jones.
Those defenders look like they're out of gas. I mean, they're getting pushed around on the low block.
Yeah, but they better rally soon because they've given up 3 straight buckets in the paint.
Here's Sloan. He kicks to Lopez. Here's Hollis Jefferson. The feed now to Sloan. Baseline jumper. The Rockets pull it in. As you mentioned with the Nets, they had limited takeover games, set an NBA record, in fact, Clark, by allowing the fewest 30-point scores against them.
Yeah, you know, only Harden and Lillard were able to get 30 points against the Nets. As you said, the first team to allow so few in a complete NBA season. Going back to '99, the strike-shortened season, the Knicks did it as well.
Nets trail by 7. Lopez outside. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Lopez has got his second bucket of the night.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Back to Beverly. This is to Capella. Here's Larkin. Screen by Young. Larkin dishes to Sloan. Clock at 6. Pass to Young. Unloads from 13. And it's good. Young's got his third basket of the night.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Kicks it to Decker. He dishes it to Capella. Brewer passes it to Jones. He feeds it to Brewer. Pass to Capella. Houston needs to get a shot off. Decker. And it's Sloan with the rebound. Nets trail by 6. Out to the right wing. Brewer with the steal. And it's Houston on the break. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end. That's losing basketball.
Especially when you can't afford to give up any buckets. That's a nice lead now.
Here's Robinson. The Rockets making the shot. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
Now that was pretty. That was just a nice looking reverse jam right there.
Use the rim, Clark, to protect the ball, I think, too, a little bit.
Yeah, did a nice job with it.
And guys, how about the awareness there with that finish in traffic? And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it, Greg. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
And the Rockets making a change here. McDaniels checked in. Rockets leading by 8. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Unloads from 13. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. McDaniels got his first points of the night. Larkin. And that's not going to go. And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Houston on top, up 10. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And earlier, we heard from Dwight Howard, and it's very clear how much he appreciates his head coach, Kevin McHale.
It's been great since day one. You know, it's been amazing. After games, he's always sending me messages before games, you know, just telling me, you know, what he did to make himself better. You know, so I've just been trying to do those things.
What a difference a change of location makes, especially when the guy that's helping you along the way really believes in you, wants to see you get better, is your head coach. Especially a guy the stature of Kevin McHale, a Hall of Famer.
And Kevin, to get that kind of advice and that love and attention from one of the 50 greatest of all time, it's got to make you not only feel good, but give you the confidence that you finally now have found a place that you can call home.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. Let's quickly break down the game we've seen so far for the Rockets, guys.
You know, it's been about how solid they've been offensively here, really tuned in with one another.
Good ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard.
And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Donald Sloan out there with Bogdanovich. Then there's Johnson, and it's Young, and it's Robinson. In at the center, locking down the middle. A nice shot by McDaniel.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist number. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this. And guys, KJ McDaniels, I think, has excellent defensive potential. I mean, his long arms and quick jump allow him to block a high number of shots for a two-guard, and his overall athleticism allows him to match up against twos and threes. Offensively, though, he really needs work on practically every measurable skill.
Nets trail by 11. Johnson kicks to Sloan. Back to Johnson. From 13 and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Johnson's got 7.
You have to be disciplined on defense, Kevin. Biting on every pump fake isn't going to get it done.
And it's Ariza in the corner. It's deflected and taken away by Johnson. Sloan dishes to Bogdanovich. We're closing in on 2 minutes played here in the second quarter. Passes it to Johnson. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Hey, they got the shot they wanted off of that pick, but it just doesn't fall.
Yeah, it didn't go down, but you'll take that shot every single time, Greg. That's good offense.
Here's McDaniels. He had 13 points in the win against the Clippers. Nets trail by 9. Robinson a screen on Beverly. And Jones over to help. The Nets working the ball around now. That shot wide open. Sloan's got his second basket of the night.
I'm not sure that was the play they had set up, but it was too good a look to pass it.
Back to Beverly. It's stolen by Johnson. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Young's shot is off. Houston leading by 6. A baseline J. Shot by McDaniels, no good.
You love the closeout on that possession.
Excellent defense, active, and he made it a very tough shot for him.
Sloan shot is off. Rockets have gotten only one of their first 4 shots in the second quarter to drop. Here's Beverly. Jones gets to Ariza. Howard with it. Robinson picks him up. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Beverly. The Rockets with another miss. Nets trail by 6. Johnson, the pass to Sloan. Feeds to Bogdanovich. Misses the 3. Houston's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Beverly. Offensive rebound. Howard, good. Howard's got 5.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
There's the dish to Bogdanovich. And it's sent back by Howard. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
And checking out the numbers for Young. Some last season stats for him. Last season, put up about 14 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 2 assists. And some pretty good numbers, guys. He's certainly making a contribution.
Better than expected. Still has a ways to go. I like what I'm seeing right now.
For the Rockets, Harrell, he's checked in for Terrence Jones. Harden comes in for KJ McDaniels. And it's Terry in for Patrick Beverly. Lopez, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Jack comes in for Bogdanovich. Now here's Harden. He's got 8. The shot misses.
Well, he won't miss many of those, especially with the defender not in the best of positions there.
Well, looking back on last season, you could see the Rockets were tough at home. They just were relentless at going at teams.
Yeah, how about a 30-11 record last year? And a lot of close ones for them, but that home crowd at times would just really will them to victory.
As it did help in the series against the Clippers last year in the playoffs. They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going. Now here's Johnson. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Milwaukee. Back to Lopez. Good D by Howard.
And, you know, for Houston's wins at home, a lot of it had to do with their three-point shooting. I mean, they shot an average of 35% from behind the arc at home, but kept their opponents to under 30% on the year in Houston.
Here's Jack. James Harden picking up that last basket. Young outside. That jam! I mean, just beautiful.
rising up and hammering it home. That could be just what they need to pick their energy up.
Wow, it definitely got the guys on the bench on their feet. I'll say that for man, oh man, was that fun.
And no doubt about it, guys. That's one of those plays that will pick up his teammates. A lot of times, a play like that is just what you need to get the adrenaline flow for your team.
That was a nice replay brought to you by Kia.
And guys, this is what makes Houston so good and why they've been so good for so long. In the last 31 seasons, they've only had 2 losing seasons. Only team in the league to do that.
Brooklyn with the ball. Harden missing his last shot. Lopez sets a screen for Johnson. And Johnson missing again.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead. He's been wayward and just off on about everything he's put up in this period.
And Brooklyn has possession. Harden missing his last shot. It'll go. The Rocket lead is cut down to 6 and the bucket from Johnson. Houston's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. It's Harden with the drive.
We've seen James Harden playing a good game here. 10 points, and he's been delivering a healthy dose of helpers, too.
He really has, Clark. Always with his head up, looking to make the pass, trying to find the open man.
Well, they've been shooting their free throws with confidence and knocking them down. That's giving them an edge, no question about it.
Monty Eunice is checked in for the Rockets. Decker comes in for Trevor Ariza.
Yeah, can't be pleased with all these easy looks. They continue to give up there in the paint.
No, I'm sure he's not, Greg. I mean, their defense is showing a lot of holes, especially down low. That's unacceptable.
The pass to Jack, and it's Young at the elbow. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Now here's Johnson. Defense is right there. Here's Lopez. Can't get it to go. And it's Houston the other way. They're getting their first look of the season at the Nets in this one.
Yeah, and taking on an interconference foe, certainly not a rival. They're the better team, and they showed it, winning both matchups last season.
Right you are. I mean, winning the games they were supposed to win. No doubt they'll look to continue that tonight. Boy, I love the great assist that time by Jack.
Over in the corner, Decker, and taken away by Johnson. Young dishes to Sloan. Johnson outside. Lets a floater go. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
Well, you know, Hall of Famer and 3-time champion Kevin McHale, the Rockets coach, did nothing but find success and win as a player. And, you know, that's been the same song for him as a coach.
Harden from down in the low post. It goes. Harden's got 14 points for the game.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
And Jack kicks to Young. It's deflected, and he gets it back. That drops. Young's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Guys, he's actually indefatigable. He never gives in, never gives up on a play, and that's what it takes to be a great offensive rebounder. You've got to be relentless.
Jack passes to Johnson. And the 3 off target. And for Coach Kevin McHale, last year was his best. A lot of people thought he could have been easily the coach of the year, leading the Rockets to their 3rd best regular season in franchise history.
And Kevin, with McHale, he's got this team improving every year. His team's win totals have risen as well statistically as I think becoming a better team. Wins aren't always necessarily what determines how good you are.
Brooklyn on defense, following Jason Terry's 3. Low block shot. And it's Sloan with the rebound. Nets trail by 7. He kicks it to Young. Hits it from 3-point range. Young's got 14.
And they may be leaning a little too heavily on the three-pointer when there are better looks to be had inside.
Yeah, and it's one thing when your shots are falling from the perimeter, but when you go cold and things aren't going as well, you've got to get that thing inside. Mix it up a little bit.
Here's Johnson. 11 points in the game. Screen by Young. Johnson outside. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's on Maniunas.
And look, Joe Johnson last season, not his best statistically, but boy, did he show some heart. I mean, he was one of the catalysts for Brooklyn making the playoffs, especially when Brook Lopez returned healthy and the two could play off of one another.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Capella's checked in, and Corey Brewer's subbed in for James Harden. Now, here's Decker. Just 5 to shoot. The tray. Brewer's shot is off. Talking about Joe Johnson, I'm not going to lie. Last year wasn't one of his best statistically, Clark. His shooting accuracy was on the low end. His turnover numbers were high. It wasn't very pretty.
But for Joe, Kevin, I don't think it was about the numbers last year. It was about wanting to compete and to win. And he's developed a champion's will over the years. And I would like to see him finally achieve his goal of maybe winning the championship. I think he deserves it. He's been consistent. He's been solid. And now you see some maturation with him as well.
And here is Jack following Ty Lawson's 3. Johnson in the corner. To the paint. Here's Lopez, and Capella sends it back.
And you know what? He's just not on his game, no doubt about it. Their deficit isn't totally on him, but he has not been an asset for his team.
They have repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid dividends.
And with as many points as they've gotten in the paint, you know, they haven't had to do much work on the perimeter.
Here's Johnson following the basket by Sam Decker. Shot by Jack, wide open, and the Nets miss again.
Solid job by them on the glass here tonight. +8 in rebound.
You know what? That rebound has always been a critical element of the game, and that's why they are now understanding how to win.
Here's Maniunas, and it's sent back by Lopez. It's out of bounds for the Rockets as Houston retains possession. KJ McDaniels, he's checked in for Houston. And then for Brooklyn, Robinson's checked in for Young. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Johnson. And it's Bogdanovich in for Jarrett Jack.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the lead.
Here's Larkin. Lawson defending. To end the run. And it comes off the front of the rim.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
And that concludes the first half. Rockets lead by 11. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Hey, Kevin, I've got Joe, and you started out with a great first half and seemed to have that extra boost in your game tonight. Did you feel you needed to take on a bigger role?
I'm just trying to be more assertive, man, on both ends of the court. You know, I think everybody has to step up, so I'm just trying to do my part.
An assertive Joe is an effective Joe. Thank you. Kevin?
All right, Doris, thank you. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow here on 2K Sports.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, everybody. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Ernie Johnson along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. James Harden was the man in the first. He had 14 points, 5 assists, and 2 rebounds. What'd you think, Shaq, about the first half we saw from the Rockets?
You know what, Ernie? I got to stand up on this one. I salute to their bench. Man, once the starters came out, man, the others just came to life. You got to love seeing that kind of contribution come from the others. Man, they look beautiful tonight.
Kenny, how'd you think the Nets were playing?
Percentage-wise, they were in the low 30s. That's right, low 30s from beyond the arc. That won't get it done. Every team in the league now relies on some level of consistent production from the three-point line. But if you dug yourself a hole and you aren't a three-point shooting team, that needs to change.
And that's going to do it for now as the second half is almost ready to get started. Back to Kevin Harlan and the rest of the 2K Sports crew. We're going to sit right here and wait for the end of the game and talk at you again.
We're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
Yeah, you know, one of the things about the truly greats of our game is that sometimes you get spoiled because of how consistent they can be. And so far, another big scoring night for him.
And oftentimes when he puts up that many points in the first half, he follows it up with an even better second half. We'll see if that's the case here.
Motiejunas and Howard the post pair. Harden and Ariza filling out the perimeter. And it's Lawson in at the point. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Kevin McHale. Lopez dishes to Young. Thaddeus Young provides a lot of things, Clark. Solid on both ends of the floor. You can plug him into almost any lineup and make it work.
Yeah, he's an ideal basketball player because of his versatility. I think that's one of his greatest strengths. Not only can he play the 3 or 4, he can go inside and outside, too.
Here's Lawson. Ariza outside. It's Harden with...
Sublime stuff, guys. Absolutely sublime.
Clark, he's going to start putting on a show now.
and that's usually how it goes. Once they get that lead, it's almost like they give him free reign.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. It'll go. The Rocket lead is cut down now to just 10 points with that basket from Lopez. Here is Lawson. Harden outside. And some nice passing there by Houston. Here's Motiejunas. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. Like last season, we saw Motiejunas make some nice strides.
Yeah, big uptick in his scoring efficiency, Kevin. Both his shooting from beyond the arc and from within the arc increased.
So he makes 1 of 2 as the second one misses.
And Motiejunas actually showing a newfound post repertoire there. I mean, he's deceptive. He has hooks and pump fakes, little up and unders. The Rockets looked to him for offense when they weren't playing through Harden.
Now here's Ariza. Lopez with the block. Joe Johnson on the wing. Launches it. Dwight Howard grabs the board.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Now Ariza. After the missed 3 from Joe Johnson. Ariza, and the layup falls. Ariza's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And Motiejunas is a very confident player. I think where he can still improve is his rebounding and defensive impact. With a 7-foot frame, he's got to learn to play like a 7-footer.
That's terrific defense right there to prevent from converting in close.
On the wing, Harden, defended by Jack. Howard kicks to Harden. Back to Howard. And it's sent back by Lopez. An even 3-on-3 break. Lawson against Jack. Lopez a screen. Jack passes to Johnson. Back to Jack. And Lawson with the block.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
The feed to Howard. Look at that.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Build up the lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
You know, Clark, the one thing you can say about Ty Lawson is his awareness around the floor. He's just ubiquitous, and his court vision is incredible.
Excellent peripheral vision. He averaged almost 10 assists a game last season. That's the best year of his career thus far.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Hey, guys, over that break, I was able to catch the message Lionel Hollins was giving to his team. Young was the focus of the discussion, and he wants their offense to run through him. Coach emphasized getting him as many touches as possible, saying he is going to be one of the guys to carry us the rest of the way. Clearly, some adjustments there had to be made because the time left for a comeback is quickly running out. Kevin, over to you.
Always great to hear from you, Doris. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Harden's got the ball, and Ariza with the stop.
Such a strong finisher on the fast break.
And, Greg, I love the fact he's always in control. Even though he's going at breakneck speed, he still maintains his body control.
And for Ty Lawson, playmaking isn't a concern. He's got that. His shooting accuracy, though, seems to drop every year. In fact, the last 2 years have been the worst of his career. Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5. And it's all one-way traffic tonight, boy. They have been lights out offensively.
And there's no telling how big that lead's going to get. But, again, it's just one game, but nonetheless a very impressive one, the way they've handled their business here.
Now here's Johnson. 13 points in the game. The shot's good from Lopez.
Yeah, you know, going back to Lawson's declining shooting percentage, really no apparent reason for it. Last year he launched the fewest threes in his past 4 seasons, but he still couldn't find the rhythm, and it really hurt his team down the stretch.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
Nets trail by 19. Jack dishes to Lopez. Joe Johnston on the wing. And it's sent back by Howard.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Now here is Jack. Following the miss by Trevor Ariza. Lopez a screen. And Jack, here we go. Young, right side, wide open. Good, and Jack gets the assist. Jack's got 4 assists in the game. Rockets leading by 17. Harden kicks to Jones. Harden outside. Lets the 3 fly. Looks good. Is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
Excellent ball movement there, guys.
And that's keyed this run. Passing it with purpose. The D hasn't been able to keep up.
Now here is Jack. He has 7. Young, a screen on Ariza. Johnson kicks to Jack. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. For Houston, they've gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the 3rd. Dishes to Harden. And Jones now atop the key. 3-pointer, Lawson. The shot no good. So Brooklyn will take it the other way. After this one, they're off to Sacramento to take on the Kings. They're in the midst of a 4-game road trip right now. That'll be game number 3. Lopez with the bucket.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
Harden kicks to Howard. Young with the steal. Outside Jack. Pass to Bogdanovich. And Jones sends it back. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
Houston making some changes. Decker comes in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Ty Lawson. And a change for the Nets. Sloan's checked in. Now here's Harden. He's got 19. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. Nets trail by 16. Lopez passes to Johnson. Here's Young. No good off the back of the rim.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Decker kicks to Howard. It's stolen by Johnson. Here's Sloan, defended by Beverly. Johnson, wide open, he fires. Connects from 3-point range.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Well, you know, the Nets were able to sneak into the playoffs as the 8th seed last year. Had some good wins against the Western Conference, and that really was a big boost for them getting to the postseason.
A well-timed shot fake got the defender off the ground right there. Nets trail by 15. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. Well, looking back on last season, you didn't know where the Rockets would end up in terms of seeding in the playoffs. Ended up with the 2 seed because they won the Southwest Division. And as it turned out, everything worked out very well for them.
It really did, and had a divisional matchup in that first round against the Mavs. But the Rockets took care of business in that series and would advance.
Now, here's Brewer. Takes the 3. No luck. Some solid defense from Robinson. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime.
And, you know, for the Rockets, they had a major gut check in the second round. Went down 3-1 against the Clippers. Came back to win the series in 7, including Game 6, when I dozed off when they were trailing by 19 in the 4th and was shocked to wake up in the morning and see they had forced the 7th game.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. Knocked loose. Lopez right side. Kicks to Sloan. Shot clock at 5. 16 feet away. And the shot falls short this time.
And with the Rockets last postseason, their trip to the conference finals was as far as they would go. Went out to the Warriors in 5 games. Most of them, though, close ones. I think most fans were pleased with how far the team went last year in spite of all the injuries. Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Here's McDaniels. Gets it to fall from the right block. McDaniels got 6. Nets trail by 15. Here's Sloan. He's got 9. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. He dishes it to Lopez. He feeds it to Sloan. Here's Bogdanovich. No good on the 3.
And he's really having all sorts of problems with his jumper right now.
Yeah, big time. I mean, the words that come to mind, ice and cold and disappearing stroke, all would apply.
Here's Sloan. And K.J. McDaniels gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Harrell, he's checked in for Terrence Jones. Lopez a screen. Bogdanovich dishes to Lopez. It's good. That's 8 baskets for him now. 8 for 15 shooting.
The points just keep coming for him this quarter. And just at the right time, too, as they try to narrow the deficit.
And Harrell slams it in.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the jam.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down. Another bucket in the paint, that's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Here's Capella. He has 7. Passes it to McDaniels, and he gets it to go. McDaniels got 8. Here's Sloan. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Houston.
Anytime you get as many points in the paint as they have, you know you've got a good thing going, and you just want to keep it going.
And also, how about the points they've gotten in transition or on the fast break tonight? That's been a huge factor as well.
Monty Eunice is checked in for the Rockets. And a switch here for Brooklyn. Larkin, he's checked in for Bogdanovich. Here's Monty Eunice. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Monty Eunice has got 4 points now in the quarter.
Great opportunity right there. He's got such tremendous length. He can just rise up and get separation for the 3.
And Sloan kicks to Larkin. Lopez, a screen on Beverly. Larkin, the pass to Robinson. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Here's Brewer. Brooklyn with the rebound. Sloan's got 3 rebounds now in this one. Here's Hollis Jefferson, and Capella sends it back. Now in transition is Brewer. Here we go. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Capella's got 9.
Almost an impossible shot to block in the post. The defender can't give up that much of a height advantage and expect to contest it.
Now here's Lopez. He's got 16. Feeds it to Larkin. Lopez a screen. Larkin dishes to Lopez. The pick gave him all the room he needed, and he knocks down the J. 18 points for him.
We're seeing him bring that shooting percentage up now, guys. The first half was a struggle for him.
Here's McDaniels. Here's Capella. And terrific work on the offensive glass when he picks up 2. And the Rockets lead by 18. Larkin. No good. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. The Rockets on top. They lead by 18. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth. Houston leading by 18. So for Brooklyn now, Young is out there with Robinson. Then there's Shane Larkin. Then it's Johnson, and it's Jack in at the point guard position.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash-mouth basketball, guys.
All about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up. And listen, the Nets had an up and down year on offense last season, but the one thing they always did was finish their drives. Very good at getting things to drop off the bounce. That was a strength last season.
And Jack drops them both. Rockets shooting 61%, showing all the indications of an offense that is locked in. Ariza kicks to Howard. Fades away. Again, the Rockets score.
Boy, did he burrow his way in there, and the D just sort of backed off.
Screen by Young. Good chance here for Johnson. Misfires after coming off the pick.
Wow, I'm surprised. I thought that was definitely automatic.
Ariza with the bucket.
There's been a change in his game compared to what we saw in the first half. I mean, he's scoring with a lot of confidence now.
The Nets shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. Johnson with a screen on Lawson. And Jack, here we go. Misses off the right iron. Houston leading by 22. It's Ariza on the wing. Back to Lawson.
And guys, something new for the NBA is the LGX testing that's been put in place. It's something the league hasn't had too many issues with or even accusations, but better to stamp it out early. And hard to argue that it should be in place.
And plenty of contact on the shot, so 2 free throws coming up. And with the LGX testing, it's done in every major sport. Seems like the right thing to do for the NBA. Just make sure everyone is on a level playing field, so to speak.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I think the punishment will be fair. First positive gets you a 20-game ban. The second one, 45.
And Thomas Robinson has been on a lot of teams here in his short time in the league. Not easy to find a spot when you're always getting moved.
Bogdanovich, he's checked in for Shane Larkin. Now here's Harden. Ariza outside. Yunus kicks to Howard and fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It's on Thaddeus Young. And for Robinson, the trade's way on him as well. Clarkie said last season that he just wants to prove that he belongs here.
Well, you know, he's yet to find the right fit for a team, but the skill set is clearly there. I mean, he's an NBA player. There's no doubt about that. Looked great for Philadelphia near the end of the year as he got minutes with them.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Harrell, he's checked in for Monty Yunus. Decker comes in for Trevor Ariza. And it's Terry in for Ty Lawson. Now here's Johnson to the left wing. Here's Bogdanovich. Good on the three-point shot.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Terry, the pass to Harrell. Out to the right wing. And the wide-open shot from Decker. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And that one's good. And that's 19 points here for Thaddeus Young. Houston's gone 6 of 14 with the three ball tonight, just a little over 40%. Harden dishes to Howard.
Hey, Terry.
Terry against Jack. It's Harden with the drive. And there's Howard. That's good on the assist by Harden. Harden's got assist number 8 here in this one already. The Nets have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. And Jack kicks to Johnson. Shoots from the baseline. Can't get it to go. So Houston will take it the other way. After this one, they're off to Denver to take on the Nuggets. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip. Harrell kicks to Howard. Count it, and he's now 8 of 9 from the floor.
They're in the position they're in right now, thanks in no small part to the show that he's putting on in this period.
Terry against Jack. Here's Bogdanovich. Misses the three. Rockets have gone 7 of 7 from the field to start the final quarter. What an amazing start. Harden the pass to Howard. Good defensive work there by Young. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Shaq against Harden. They set the pick. The dish to Young. From past the arc. Let's keep it alive. A second chance effort, and it's blocked. And it's Houston on the break. And there's the call on Howard. That's his third foul of the game. Some changes for Brooklyn. Quincy Miller comes in for Joe Johnson. And Sergei Karasov subbed in for Bogdanovich. Terry against Jack. Young from outside, but he stays with it. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession. And it's the Rockets with the ball. They've allowed just 7 points here in the fourth quarter. Harden dishes to Howard. Harden kicks to Harrell. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic. And guys, every season there seems to be a player who is at the end of their contract. They'll have talent, and they'll be traded to a team looking for an extra piece. It's the ultimate risk-reward move, if you will, in the NBA.
Now here is Jack. Six on the shot clock. The pass to Karasov. And a great assist by Jack as that one goes in. Jack's got 6 assists here tonight. For Houston, they've gone on a tear here in the fourth. They're 8 of 9 on field goal attempts in the quarter. Harden kicks to Harrell. Here's Terry. Got a piece of it. And there's the call on Montrezl Harrell. That is his first foul of the game.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Yep, they'll be trying to draw that next foul quickly so they can start getting those easy chances at the strike.
Terrence Jones is checked in for Dwight Howard. Lopez, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Now here is Jack. Inside, here's McCullough. Rebound by Harrell. Houston's gone 6 of 14 with the three ball tonight, just a little over 40%. Back to Harden. To the middle. Harrell, that's good.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Greg, the play in the paint has gone almost entirely all their way.
Now here is Jack.
Well, this is nothing new. There is some debate on how successful max contracts have been in the NBA. A lot of players have demanded max contract money but haven't lived up to the pay. And in my opinion, there are only about 15 guys worthy of max contracts in the league in any given year.
Now here's Harrell following the shot by Jarrett Jack. Harrell the pass to Harden. And it's going to be a 3-second call. Houston making a switch. Nick Daniels checked in. The Nets also changing it up. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Caruso. And Shane Larkin subbed in for Jarrett Jack. Well, we were talking about max contracts. There are arguments to their benefits. Commissioner Adam Silver said last year that he feels they help with parity. What do you think?
You know, for the most part, I do believe he's correct. I mean, they do help with parity. For guys like LeBron and Durant, let's face it, the big max contract can be a hindrance. They're probably considered to be worth far more than they're paid. But it's going to be something that is debated back and forth throughout the next negotiations for the CBA.
Here's Harrell following the basket by Brook Lopez. Rebound, Brooklyn. Lopez has got his 6th rebound on the night. Here's Larkin. Miller outside, shoots the 3. And Jones pulls it down. They are enjoying the commanding lead.
And it really gives them the opportunity to give their starters a rest. Always critical when you get ready for that home stretch.
He got a little room at the rim and laid it in. Great play.
Here's Larkin following the basket by Sam Decker.
And one priority for the commissioner this year was how the schedule worked. There were complaints about too many back-to-back games, and it was something everybody wanted to improve upon.
Hollis Jefferson can't hit. Houston's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight, just a little over 40%. It's deflected, and it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession, and the Rockets making a change here. Capella's checked in. Here's Larkin. Terry covering. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. And there's the feed to Lopez. The jump hook. Rockets with the rebound. Greg, as you said, the NBA schedule was something that needed change. Players were getting worn out with all the back-to-back games, Clark. It's you've been through it and you know firsthand.
And it's not just the back-to-back games, Kevin. It's the 4 games in 5 nights or the 7 in 10 days. The league office knows the NBA is at their best when teams are rested. And kudos to the league for doing something about it.
Oh, my goodness. That's like temporary insanity right there.
Do you think he realizes we've actually got a game, a serious game taking place here? I have my doubts, partner.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Now, Decker. Off target with his 3. Down low. Here's McCullough. Rebound by Harrell. Harrell's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And some nice passing there by Houston. And he gets it to go.
And when the size advantage is as big as it was there, I mean, that's exactly what he's supposed to do in that situation.
Here's Larkin. Terry covering. Here's McCullough. The shot misses. The Rockets go the other way with it.
No doubt the fight's there. They are trying to battle back, but he's just really struggling this quarter. And just solid play out of them that time.
Brooklyn's gone into a funk from downtown in the 4th. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. He kicks it to Larkin. There's a screen. Clock at 6. They'll double him with Harrell. Takes the 13-footer. McCullough, good.
You know, that's how you do it, guys. I mean, he passed his way out of the double team and into an easy basket.
Dishes it to McDaniels from the arc. Rebounded by the Nets.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for Houston.
But Steve, you know, you don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out Clark, this kind of punishment to
Well,
him.
you know what? I thought they did a nice job of playing against the game. They kept the pressure on and clearly were dominant in every area.
And with this effort tonight, grabbing their 8th win of the year.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And that next meeting, Greg, will be their second and final game of the season series, being in opposite conferences. So you bet nobody wants to get swept even in a 2-game season series. I think the next game will be hotly contested.
And as usual, great numbers and a dominant display for Howard. You have to love the way that he was closing out on defensive trips. He would always body up, and it's why he ended with so many boards.
Took him no time at all on that one.
Just look at how quickly the lead has grown here over the last few possessions.
Clear case here, partner, of saving their best for last. Quite a run.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. And it's Miller penetrating. Oh, trying for it. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock.
The fans are just loving what's going on here tonight. A really good win for the home team.
It sure is. I mean, they kept this crowd in the game, gave them plenty to cheer about, and really used that home court advantage to their advantage.
Lopez outside. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Down low. Here's Larkin. Decker with the rebound.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
So we see Houston taking the W here. They poured it on tonight, Clark. A dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
I don't think they have anything but positives to take away from this win. Offensively, defensively, every aspect of the game, it all went right for them.
And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Yes, gentlemen, I'm here with James Harden, and congratulations on a nice performance tonight. It certainly seemed like you guys were confident and in control with the flow of your offense.
Yeah, we just tried to move the ball and make the game easy tonight. We did a great job of actually just, guys getting shots, easy shots, and our defense really stepped up.
Easy shots usually mean made shots. James, thanks for the time. Guys?
All right, Doris, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And now to our good friend Ernie Johnson, who is standing by in the studio.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Hi again, everybody. This is Ernie Johnson, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Dwight Howard. He just put it completely out of reach in the fourth quarter. It was as if he was saying, okay, enough fooling around. I'm taking over now.
He was dead on from the field tonight, guys. I'd call his performance economical because there was no wasted opportunities. He took advantage of every good look he got. I mean, everything he put up was going in.
Just a sensational performance on a lot of levels, Ernie. Too many levels to talk about. Man, in some game, he's in the background. He doesn't get the chance to be the star of the show, but not tonight. He's the star tonight. Put him on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our illustrious 2K Sports crew, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a good night, everybody.